The statuettes are polished, the ballots are counted, and the dresses have been picked for tomorrow night's 85th Academy Awards. To the winners go the Oscars, but who will those winners be? Let's ask two of our favorite movie experts, A.O. Tony Scott, chief film critic of the New York Times, and Michael Phillips, film critic for the Chicago Tribune. Good morning to you both.
Morning to you.
Let's start with Best Picture, because for a while it looked like Lincoln was the front runner, and then all of a sudden Argo kind of came up on the outside, and now it looks like it's pulling away.
It sure did. So Lincoln got the most nominations, and somehow the morning of the nominations, that Lincoln's mojo got lost somewhere. And I think it had to do with Ben Affleck getting snubbed.
In the director category.
He's not nominated for Best Director for Argo, and I think that just sort of started this wave of sentiment toward Argo, don't you think?
Well, I think so, because I think Argo was a movie that a lot of people really liked. It did well with audiences, it did well with critics. It's a very easy movie to watch. I don't mean that as a criticism, but you sit down, you have a good time, it goes start to finish. And I think that when Affleck was snubbed, and then when it came and won the Globes, a lot of people were like, well, hey, wait a minute, that movie.
Yeah, now whether or not it feels like a substantial enough movie for me, I enjoyed it too. It doesn't really feel like it's, but on the other hand, it just is what it is. It's a good middleweight, propulsive political thriller with no politics.
On the flip side, On the flip side of things, you have Daniel Day-Lewis. A lot of people think he's going to get the Best Actor role for Lincoln. This is a serious role.
Yeah, he's the surest thing of the night, I think.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, if it's maybe conceivable. I don't even think so. I think he already, he already has.
If Daniel Day-Lewis and Meryl Streep ever make a movie together, the world will just simply implode from the quality.
What about Best Actress?
That's a tougher one, I think. Well, I mean, they're saying Jennifer Lawrence in terms of some people who really hang with the statistics and who's won before. My hunch is still with Emmanuel Riva from Amour.
I think Emmanuel Riva from Amour, the oldest woman ever nominated in this category. It will be her 86th birthday on Sunday, on Oscar Day, and I think that movie is so powerful and such an extraordinary piece of work by everyone involved. I think it will break out of the foreign film.
I hope so.
She'll blow out her candle and make a wish before the award ceremony that night. Best Supporting Actor.
To me, it's down to Robert De Niro for Silver Linings Playbook and Tommy Lee Jones for Lincoln. Now, neither of these guys have won Oscars. They're really worked with really good material in a long time. It's been a long time since De Niro got a win for Raging Bull, 1981. Tommy Lee Jones for The Fugitive, I think 1993. I suspect it'll be De Niro, but
I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be Tommy Lee Jones. I think if there's a little sort of wavelet for Lincoln, he'll be part of it. And I think that because it's such a contrasting performance. He's kind of the sort of the grouch and brings the vinegar to the solemnity and grandeur of Daniel Day-Lewis's performance.
What about Best Supporting Actress? Are you in the Anne Hathaway is inevitable category?
I suspect that
she cannot be stopped.
She cannot be stopped. In close-up singing, she cannot be stopped.
I mean, she shaved her head, she pulled out her teeth.
Yeah, although I have to say those teeth look pretty good for 1832 Paris.
And she read her speech at the Golden Globes. Director.
Now this is the real wild card, I think, because the likely one, Ben Affleck, is not in there, and I suspect if it goes Argo Best Picture, it's going to go Steven Spielberg for Lincoln.
I hate to agree with you so much, Michael. It doesn't do much for our brand, but yes,
finally,
I think
you come around.
I think it probably will be Spielberg. Although if there's a mini sweep for Amour. And we see Michael Haneke standing up in front of the Academy, which represents, I think, everything he despises about our modern civilization.
This is a very stern director.
Yes. What about the telecast itself? What are you expecting from Seth MacFarlane? Are you looking forward to this?
No, I've never been able to sit through a complete episode of the Family Guy. When my kids have it on, I flee the room.
This is for the kids, then.
I understand.
The
yes.
demo.
Oh, it's for the kids. Yes, and I think whenever the Oscars try to do that, sort of let's get someone edgy and irreverent for the kids.
Okay, but my one hope is that I'm mixed on MacFarlane too, but he's big into the kind of the American songbook. So I think we're going to get an awful lot of song parodies, like we did with that first Billy Crystal year and others, and maybe there'll be some of that to it. So we'll see.
My 12-year-old will be watching just for him. Tony Scott, Michael Phillips, thanks very much for being with us this morning.